Hello guys, Namaskar, I'm Ronit and welcome back to my channel, The Bum Connection. So today I'm making a non-spoiler review for SHYAM because I want all of you guys, whoever is watching this video right now, to just drop everything and go and watch this beautiful masterpiece, because that's what exactly this is. I just watched it. I just finished watching it and I couldn't help myself making a review. This is my very first film that I watched in 2022. And I'm so glad that this is the movie which is which is starting my film watching experience this year. Why is it so? What is special about this film? Is the story very special? Is the cast? Is the acting, cinematography, music? Well, everything. Everything is magical about this film from the beginning to the end. When I first watched the trailer for this movie, I instantly knew that something was very special and beautiful about this movie. And then, of course, there was this connection, Bengali connection to it, because Sai Pallavi and Nani were also playing Bengali characters, and a majority of the portion was shot in West Bengal, and Kolkata as well. So I was very stoked and excited about it. Right from that moment, I knew that I had to watch this movie. I also booked my tickets in December. I remember January 2nd. I still remember I was about to go and watch the movie, but then I fell ill. You know why? And I couldn't go. I had to cancel my tickets, and that was the most heartbreaking thing I ever had to do. I was going to watch it alone, but I finally got the chance to watch it with my friends today. I'm visiting them, and I don't know when this video is going to come out, but I'm definitely going to post it for you guys. So what I loved about this film, everything. Right from the beginning, from the first shot, I was hooked to the story. The reincarnation, there are two timelines. There is a story which is going on in the present, and there is a story which is going on in the past, as you have already seen in the movie, in the trailer itself. So you know that there is a reincarnation story. But the build up to the reincarnation story is just amazing, just as amazing. I was actually a little bit skeptical as to how they are going to portray the story in the present circumstances, like the current timeline. But I was actually blown away by the sheer brilliance of the director and the writers. They did a great job with the writing in the first half. I was hooked. I was hooked in the characters, Nani's character, and definitely that. So the lead actress was Kriti Shetty, who played the role of Kirti. She did a great job. I really liked her character. The fact that she was not the next door girl. She was not the actress who needed damsel in distress who needed help. She was like, yes, there was a scene where she definitely needed help, but she was shown to be a more real character. It's not the kind of girl who is just going to take any advances very lightly. Even though Nani, as a film director, budding film director, approached her, she was like, no, I'm not ready to do this. I've never done this. And she was very adamant about what she wanted in her life. And she's very feisty. She's very strong-willed. And I like that. And she's also very career-driven, which is very admirable, which is actually what is supposed to be, what a 21st century woman should be like. So I like that. I liked her character very much. And then there was definitely Nani's character, who's a budding budding director, who has brilliant ideas, but nobody is sure how to, he's not sure about how to put it out there. But then he frames this beautiful story with the lead actress, and then the story moves forward. Their love story was not the talk of the town in this movie. It was definitely beautifully portrayed. I think both of them did a good job. It was decent enough for us to be hooked in. And then we move on to the second half with the reincarnation story, and the way they tied up the present story to the reincarnation story, it was beautifully done. I was definitely very much invested in all the characters and their storylines, but the moment the reincarnation story started, I was just transported to a different world. Like literally, we were all transported to a world of the 1970s. The revolution is going on in Bengal, and we have these beautiful characters. There is a lot of topics they touched upon, which was very important, and which was very subtly done, but it was beautiful to see. And Sham Singh Roy as a character, it felt like I am seeing a literal revolutionist from Bengal coming alive on screen. I was so invested in his story. I was so invested in this the character that I was actually rooting for him. And the way they tied up his storyline with the storyline of 1970s when all the riots were going on and all the revolutionaries back then, all the writers who were, you know, uh, the rising writers who were actually speaking about the the non-democratic acts going on back there. It was beautifully done, and I could actually feel like this could have been a biographical drama about Sham Singh Roy, who is actually a very important revolutionist back then, was also not only a writer, but he actually stood up for so many important issues back then. It was beautifully done. It was so important to see. It was so magical to see on screen. The writers, kudos to you. The direction, very tight. Very tight. The storyline, just brilliant. I cannot tell you how brilliant the storyline is because I can just tell you that you need to watch and pay attention to each and every detail in the film. If you don't, then you are going to miss out a major chunk of the movie and you're not going to understand because everything has some kind of tie up. Okay, so I can just tell you that because I cannot get into the toxic what am I saying spoiler category right now. Let's talk about the characters. Nani, he was just brilliant. This is my first time watching a Nani movie. Yes, I know I'm a late bloomer, but I finally did, and I was blown away by his sheer talent. I always knew he was a superstar in the Telugu industry and Tamil and Telugu industry, and I knew that he has some really brilliant work he has done before. But I got introduced to his movies recently, and this is the first movie that I watched, and I absolutely fell in love with him. He had such a strong presence and character and charisma to him right from the beginning to the end. Like both his present characters and the past character, both of them were very well written, and the way they tied it up, brilliant. Sham Singh Roy is definitely going to be a very important and royal character, which will stay in my heart for a long time, and I will root for characters like him in the future as well. I will look for Nani's more performances like him. He was brooding. He has that. He was very driven, career driven. At the same time, he knew what he wanted. He wanted to fight the important issues that nobody was paying attention to. He wanted to work for the people. He wanted to work for the benefit of the people. He didn't believe in class differences. He didn't believe in women prostitution. He didn't believe in the revolts and the revolutions that were going on against the lower classes of the society. So all those convictions were really important and still are needed to be talked about. It still goes on in so many parts of the world, right? I just loved it. I loved him as a character. I loved him as a male lead. He was just so powerful. Something was very powerful about him. Let's talk about the female leads. I already talked about Kriti Shetty. I loved her, but it was definitely Sai Pallavi which stole the show for me. She was so beautiful is just a word we can't use to describe Pallavi because she's much more than that. She I don't have words for it. I remember the moment I watched this movie. I posted a post on my newsfeed on Facebook, and in the brackets I wrote that P.S. I really need to marry Sai Pallavi. This is coming from a gay man. Yes, I'm a gay man, and I'm really proud to say that I'm ready to change my sexuality for this woman. Like literally, I'm not joking. This woman is the epitome of beauty. She's so regal, so royal, just so plainly. I don't know. There's something about this magical about this woman. Whenever she appears on screen, you are hooked. You know that you're going to fall for this woman, and I don't blame Nani for any of the actions that he did because I would too. Who wouldn't? She was literally a goddess. She was playing Devdasi. Uh, you know, in a very slang words, the slave of gods, which is really not a good word, but she was somebody who people worshipped. Like outside people, the outside world saw them as deities sent, the literal, um, what to say, दूत बोलते हैं हिंदी में, अरे यार, servant sent by the god, right? So she was just stunning. Her outfits, her makeup, her costumes, her face, everything was just perfect. Her grace, the fact that she trained herself for the dance form, the Bharatanatyam dance form, speaks volumes about the sheer talent and sheer dedication she has towards her craft. That itself should drive you to watch this, go and watch this movie, because Sai Pallavi is going to steal your hearts with her smile, with her effervescent charm, and such natural acting talent. When she speaks, I don't feel like I'm seeing a character, I just feel like she is that character. She was Rosie for me. She was Moitrey for me. She was everything that she played in that film, and I believed each and everything about her. That speaks a lot about someone of her sheer talent. She is not only a brilliant dancer. Nobody should talk about how brilliant she is as a dancer, and I'm not going to speak about it. I'm going to speak about it, but I'm not going to speak about it. That's how brilliant she is, how much brilliant she is. But she needs to be recognized for her acting talents as well. She is so natural. It's after a long time I'm watching a actress that blows me over. I'm just stunned. I'm speechless whenever I'm seeing her on screen. And yes, it's love. I am biased towards her. Who wouldn't be? I don't think there are any haters for Sai Pallavi. She knows what she is doing. She's just climbing charts for me. The first time I saw her was in Premam. I knew that she was love. I knew that she was the one for me. Like, I don't know what I'm saying, but I knew that she was the one for me. She just stole my heart. There was this particular scene, I cannot talk about it, but there was this very special performance. It gave me goosebump. There were two actually. Every frame she was in, I got goosebumps. But there were two performances of her dancing performances which gave me goosebumps. One was a beautiful song which you already heard, Pranavalya. Just spectacular. The choreography, the cinematography is brilliant. And there is another performance which she does for Nani. I cannot talk about it, but you just need to see it yourself in order to feel the sheer magnificence of that performance. I got goosebumps when she was performing, and I could see that how much she was feeling that particular moment. I just loved it. She was flowing like a bird, and yeah, that was just magnanimous. I loved her chemistry with Nani. I think it was so real, so passionate, something very innocent and pure about it, and something I was rooting for them, and something I want to see in my partner. I want to experience with my partner. It was like a dream-like thing. At the same time, very real. It can happen to anybody, and I want people to experience that. So that was beautiful. I just love their chemistry, and then definitely the music. There are definitely two outstanding songs which stands out for me. The one is definitely Sirivenalla, which was written by the lyricist Sirivenalla. He passed away, and the sheer purity and bliss the lyrics are, I cannot just talk about it. It's just a poem, a beautiful flowing poem that you need to feel in order to understand the sheer brilliance of that song. And then there is Pranavalaya. Both of them are just masterpieces. And apart from that, the other songs are also amazing. The title song, Shyam Singh Roy, especially the Bengali lyrics and the rap portions, it hit me hard, and it gives you goosebumps and chills all over. The background music, the background score was perfectly done. And the twists and everything in this film is just amazing. All the characters, the supporting cast, they were really good actors in the supporting cast. Madonna Sebastian, the role of the lawyer. Then there is Jishu Gupta from Bengal. I was like bowled over by his acting. He was just brilliant. And as the older brother of Shyam Singh Roy, even the younger brother Manoj Singh Roy, all the characters were just fabulous. I loved each and every one of them. Even the cafe owner, I believed each and every one of them, and they were really important in this movie. So look out for this movie. I think this is something which people need to watch more than many other movies that are going out there, and people are just appreciating them. This is commercial. This is also art. This is something people need to give respect to, because it's not deserving that much hype, and I don't know why. So go out, guys, just watch it on Netflix. It's there. It's the subbed version. Please ignore the dubbed version. Nobody should watch movies like this in the dubbed versions. I don't know why. I don't like watching Telugu movies or Tamil movies or Malayali movies in dubbed versions. I don't like it. I know that it's for the Hindi speaking audience, but I think the audience who can also speak English, they can just watch this movie with the subtitles on. That's the true beauty, because if you don't hear their real voices, authenticity gets lost somewhere, and I feel that, and that's why I don't watch these movies with dubbed. Never. I love their voices. I love the original voices. I want to appreciate that beauty. And that is the reason I was also not reacting to any Pushpa songs in Hindi. But people were like, why are you not watching them in Hindi and stuff like that? I know they are dubbed by the original actors as well. If they are doing that, I'm okay with it. But if the other actors are dubbing their voices, then there is no use. There is no beauty in it. I love that. Overall, and also the only qualm I have had was Shyam Singh Roy's Bengali diction, which I totally understand now. He had a Telugu mother and a Bengali father, and that is the reason he has a strong Telugu accent whenever he speaks Telugu, and that is a very good base to put it on. Even the fact that Rosie speaks fluent Telugu, the story was beautifully told. Every loose ends that you can have any qualms or any queries about, or a little bit hesitance about, everything was tied up so beautifully. It was just a very intricately woven storyline, which I really appreciate. Hats off to the director. I just love this movie. This movie is brilliant. Go ahead, watch it, and please appreciate how much beautiful this is. Guys, that was it, my review. I think if I had left anything, just let me know in down in the comment section. I think I just went with the flow, whatever I felt from my heart, and this is definitely my favorite movie of 2021, though it and 2022 as well. I think it will be very tough for any movie to top it this year, and both of the actors deserve awards for their performances. So guys, that's it. Let me know. Oh, the costumes also. Did I say about the costumes? Yes, they were beautiful, especially the period portion costumes. Brilliant. That's it, guys. If you guys enjoyed my my review of this movie, then please put a thumbs up, comment below your thoughts and suggestions. Let me know what were your favorite scenes from this movie, and I would really appreciate it. And I read each and every comment, so please go ahead and let me know what you thought about this movie. Guys, that was it. See you again. Till then, ciao.